Yo, what's up guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video than usual. Today we're going to be creating a new Dutch super club. And basically today we're going to be creating a new club, and because there's only one club in Amsterdam, Ajax, I just decided to make a new club in Amsterdam. And of course with us creating a new club we get a couple of new random players like the De Jong brothers, Danny and... But before we start seeing the entire team, I just want to ask you to please leave a like and subscribe if you like this video. And let's just get straight into this. And this is our first team that we have to use. And I'll be honest, it isn't great. It isn't a good team, but at the same time, what did we expect when we... technically it's our first season here, so technically we got promoted last season. But we're going to be taking this team for a spin in our first Eredivisie match against RKC Waalwijk. So, let's get straight into this. Amsterdam FC, let's go. And I just have to say that we haven't started off all that good. It's been basically pretty rough this match. Like, as you can see, the tackle from our captain De Jong has been really awful. And RKC are in front, and I'll be honest, that's not a great start to the season. And I also want to say that we're not going to be making any signings this season. Like the first season, I just want to play with the team that we've gotten. And even though I do want to play with the team we've gotten, I really don't want to play anymore, because we're 2-0 down in our first match before the second half even starts. Now we're through Amsterdam FC, and with their first chance, Samaras, our Greek god, has scored and just made us come a little bit closer to a point. Immediately grabs the ball out of the net and we keep going. And sadly we don't keep our chance. I'll be honest, I didn't really think we would. But after a first good save by our keeper, the rebound goes in and we're 3-1 down in our first match. Stefan de Jong plays Kuipers through. Kuipers could potentially make it 2-3 and he plays it to Samaras, and Samaras has his second goal of the game to make it 2-3. So we do get a bit of excitement today in our first season. I keep saying first season, but I don't really care, to be honest. And the only reason that I'm playing this first match is because we're definitely not going to win any trophies soon. So I have to play a little bit of games before at the start of the video, because otherwise no one will watch the video. And Stefan de Jong shoots it hits the post. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but it's an awful own goal by the RKC defender. And we're tied 3-3. And even though we didn't win our first game, I still think it's a pretty decent start to score 3 goals. I mean, conceding 3 isn't great as well, but we do eventually win a single point. And halfway through season 1, we're 16th in the league, which isn't great at all. But at the same time, only 1 point separates us and number 14. I mean, number 13 even. So we could easily get out of the situation if we just go on a nice little winning streak. Which, I mean, you've already seen it, but it didn't really happen. 15th in the league though, it isn't relegation, so I think it's still pretty good for our first season. And of course we didn't even win the league. So I definitely don't... We didn't even do great in the league, let's be honest. So we definitely didn't win the Oranje Beker. And the Champions League this year was won by Paris Saint-Germain in the Oil Derby. And at the start of season 2, this is what the team looks like. Both the young brothers growing really well. And Schmidt and Samaras both at the 70 overall rating, so we don't really need to change any of them. But I do think we need a new left back, if I'm going to be honest. And we do sign a new left back with Small joining us for a pretty decent fee and almost all our money. I mean, he's already playing at one of the best teams in the Eredivisie with Twente, so just had to get him. And it's only for a measly £5.5 million. And for £6.9 million, we also sign the championship. I don't really know how to call him, but we signed Hamer, a Dutch centre midfielder, for £6.9 million. And we also signed a free agent, Domingo Campos, just to sit on the bench. And these are all the players that we've sold and bought this season. Isam Ali leaving us, and I'll be honest, it's kind of sad seeing him leave because I thought he would be a really good captain one day, but it is what it is. And halfway through the season, we're doing really well compared to last year. 12 in the league is pretty good. It's pretty damn good. And we keep playing matches to keep you entertained. Another home match with our new signings against Go Ahead Eagles. And I'll be honest, was easy as hell. So, first of all, Small gets taken out in the first 8 minutes and it's immediately a yellow card. Then Stefan de Jong, great goal. Just a wonder goal. Just beautiful. 1-0 in the first half, and it's a great start to this season. I mean, this part of the season, because we've already played a couple of matches. Samaras eventually plays it through to Said. Said cuts inside and kills the keeper. Completely makes him look silly, and we just keep scoring. I just don't understand how, but Stefan de Jong gets a hat-trick. We're 4-0 up, and I mean, we don't stop. We just don't stop. The Hammer scores in his debut. I mean, not really his debut, but his debut in the video. Stefan de Jong then, after 3 really good goals, an amazing assist to Samaras, and it's a 6-0 win with de Jong getting a hat-trick. So let's see how well we're doing at the end of the season now. And we keep improving our game, but not enough, because we're still in 12th of the league. Mid-table, I don't mind. It's pretty good. For what we've done so far and how the team looks, I still think 12 is really high. So let's see if we've done a bit well in the cup. We haven't. Ajax, our city rivals, have won it once again. So let's go into season 3, where we start off with this team, and I still think we should make a couple of upgrades now, because the team is starting to grow, and I'll be honest, a few players are just not growing with the team. So we need a few transfers. And a heads up, we're going to be signing a lot of free agents today. So Ethan Ampadu is our first free agent, joining us for nothing and slotting in at the centre back spot. And our second signing and second free agent is going to be Sergio Asenjo, because I thought we needed a new keeper and his rating is still pretty high. And I haven't shown all of the free agents that we signed, but we signed a couple just to get a bit more experience into the squad, and we've only loaned out 1 player. Nothing else changes. And halfway through season 3, we're doing really well. Only 1 point behind Ajax, but we're still way out of the top 4. I mean, I say way out of the top 4, only 3 points outside of the top 4, so that's really good actually. And let's just see how we've done in the entirety of the season. Let's just skip straight to the end. And it's gone awfully well. 5th place in the league. In real life, that would have been Conference League, I believe, but it isn't real life, so we don't get European football next season. But 3 points behind AZ. We are so almost Europa League, but that doesn't matter. We didn't win the cup, and I mean, of course, we didn't win the Champions League, but the Champions League this season was won by Paris Saint-Germain once again. And now we're going straight to the 4th season, where we're going to be signing a lot of great players. With our first one being Karim Benzema on a free. And like I said, there's a lot of free agents joining us today. Just because I could, you know? Just because I saw a lot of free agents, I thought I had to get at least a few of them. And another one joining us is Sergio Roberto. And we're slowly signing a lot of El Clasico players. And the reason why we even had a lot of money to pay for those players is because we sold Gustavo Hamer for $35 million. No, not even euros. And another great player joining us is going to be Jorginho for free once again. And we're not even done with the free agents. And a lot of the money from Hamer goes to this signing. We signed a new goalkeeper once again, but this time we actually paid money for him. Bazunu is joining us for 26 million euros. And also, we sent away Asenjo just so we could have a little bit of less. Just so we could pay a little bit less. And I mean, he was already a free agent last season. And I thought it would have been just a bit too early to sign the GOAT. But now he stays a free agent, and we actually thought, you know what? We're going to sign him. Lionel Messi is joining Amsterdam FC. And we also sell our captain Danny de Jong because he just wasn't growing at all with the squad. He just stayed at the 71 overall. And now, after selling all those players, selling 2 players and signing a whole lot of free agents, this is what the team looks like. And I think we could push for Europe this year. I really think we could. And somehow, halfway through the season, we're doing worse than last year. I mean, we're doing better. No, wait. I'm completely wrong. We're doing better than last year. We're in sixth place in the league. And it's pretty decent. Let's just go straight onto the end of the season. Nothing special, really. And we stay at 5th. I mean, we were 6th, but I mean, at the end of the season, we're once again 5th in the league. And I'll be honest, I expected a bit more this year. We also once again didn't win the cup. Feyenoord took away the cup from Twente on penalties. And well, I don't think we're going to be winning anything soon. So Champions League this year has been won by Dortmund. Once again, Paris in the final. And we go straight into season 5 with a new signing. I forgot his name, which is horrible, but we signed Santiago Homonchenko for 7.2 mil pounds. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. And we also sell one of those players we had from the start, Ibrahim Said, leaving us to join Bournemouth. And we also sign a new midfielder to replace Said, with Dennis Gonçalves joining us from Bayer Leverkusen for 12 million euros. And these are all the players that we sold or signed. Of course, once again, I'm not going to show every single free agent that we sign or every single player that we sell. But one of the biggest players that we sold this season was Jorginho. And after that, this is what the team looks like. Messi, Benzema and Sergi Roberto all looking a bit worse for wear. And Benzema slowly declining so much that he's not even in the starting lineup anymore. I tried to start Navarro instead of him. And halfway through the season, we're actually in 1st. After a really good season, only 2 losses, 5 draws and 13 wins is amazing. 1st in the league. Let's see how well we've done at the end of the season. And at the end of the season, we only have 1 game left to play. And we're level on points with PSV. So we have to win this. And if we win this, we win the league. So the most important match of our history is going to be played at home against Vitesse. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect it to be this fast. Only a few seasons. 5 seasons, I think, in total. I mean, we signed Messi, so if we don't win anything with Messi, it would be really bad. Like, really, really bad from us. And Messi, Sergi Roberto and Benzema are all retiring at the end of the season. So, hopefully we can make their final match be the one that wins us the title. Gonçalves plays through to Messi. Messi. Ankara Messi. Keeps going. At this moment in time, he's 38 years old. He's still doing what he can. Turns and twists around every single defender. Kid clashes are pretty annoying, but it's a good save by the Vitesse goalkeeper. Navarro. Benzema still on the bench. Gonçalves plays it through to Messi. Messi sees the run from Stefan de Jong. Stefan de Jong still here, and what a beautiful strike to give us the lead. And it could possibly be the strike that makes us champions. A beautiful pass from Messi, lobbed over the defender, and just a beautiful hit from Stefan de Jong. Once again, Messi on the ball. Messi has assisted 1. Can he assist 2? Brings it back post, and Liam Smith, one of the first players of the team, scores the 2-0. And the fans are chanting their names. The fans are chanting the names of the players because we could be champions today. And it's looking very likely that we will be champions. But Vitesse still want to score some goals. So Butting plays it back to Berg, to Sacek. And we're actually throwing away our lead. We were 2 goals in front. And now we're only 1 in front. Vitesse score just 1 goal to get themselves back in the game. Last minute of the game. Navarro's through. Navarro sees the run from Liam Smith. Liam Smith, the Luxembourg version of Lionel Messi, playing in the same team as Lionel Messi, but being a version of him. from a different country. And it's 3-1 for Amsterdam FC, and we've officially won the league with this sweaty goal. I absolutely love it. And we've actually done it. The last season that Messi plays a single game, the last season that Benzema plays a single game, I've also substituted him in halfway through the match, and the last season that Sergio Roberto plays, we actually win the league for the first time in our history. And that's just the beginning, because we want to win the Champions League with this team. And we'll be able to do it. But first, we have to celebrate this. We have to celebrate us winning our first league title, dethroning the last winner. I don't even remember who won it last. But champions of the Netherlands. The Eredivisie has been won by Lionel Messi, which still sounds really weird to say, but Lionel Messi lifts the Eredivisie, the schaal, and we win. It's beautiful to see. It's really beautiful to see. And I do believe this team can do something in the Champions League, but before we start next season, we have to try and find some new players, because half of the team is retiring. So let's get straight into season number 6. But quickly before that, we didn't win the cup again. Ajax won it. And the UCL was won by Barcelona. And our first signing of season number 6 is going to be a new right back, Jamie Gomez, joining us from Borussia Mönchengladbach for $7.6 million. And once again, I mean euros. And we also signed a new right winger, Jamal Said. He is the regen of Mahrez, so he has a lot of potential. And another player joining us, he's not going to be wearing number 11, but he's going to be wearing number 9, because he's going to be our new striker, Leo Remy, joining us for 20.6 million euros. And these are all the signings and players that we've sold or either loaned out. Stefan de Jong is leaving us. He just wasn't growing, once again, in overall rating. But I still think this is a pretty decent transfer window. And after all that, I mean, at the moment, Gonçalves is captain. I'm going to be making Liam Smith captain just because he's here. He's been here for the longest. So this is what the team looks like. And I think we could repeat the league win, if I'm going to be honest. And we've gone on to do exactly the opposite, because we're 7th in the league, even though we won the league last season. Well, maybe we've done better in the Champions League and we've not gone through. Oh, well, that's great. Let's just go to the end of the season, because we're not going to be doing anything great soon. And before we go to the end of the season, we're going to be signing one more player. Our record-breaking signing and a new centre-back, Kosuno, joins us for 42 million euros. And somehow we get it. We turn our season around and we're first in the league at the end of the season, but we still have to play one game, and we could still lose that game, because it's against no other than our city rivals, Ajax. We're playing against Ajax. We could win it in their own backyard. We could win it against our biggest rivals, and we could actually lose against them. And if we lose against them, Feyenoord have a chance to win, and also Ajax have a chance to win. So there's 3 teams playing for the title today. Hopefully Amsterdam FC will be the one to win it. Schmitz got placed through in the first few minutes. Liam Smith, El Capitano. Smith cuts inside, keeps going. Liam Smith goes again and shoots, and he finds the net. And it's 1-0 in only 6 minutes of playtime. Really, we haven't really even started to play any passes through. This is our first real chance, and Liam Smith completely finishes the hopes and dreams of Ajax supporters. Omanchenko sees Navarro. Navarro keeps running. Navarro keeps going, decides to hit it, and that's an amazing strike. And we're 2-0 up in the first half against arguably one of the best teams in the league. And at the moment we're completely running this game with Navarro playing it back to Remy. Remy plays through to Gonçalves. Gonçalves shoots, and it's 3-0. And we haven't even played half an hour of time. And we score the 3rd goal of the game. that could potentially make us back-to-back champions of the Eredivisie. And it's a sad to see, but Kusunu, our new signing, he just got there late and we get a penalty against us. Conceição puts it away and it's 1-3. We couldn't keep a clean sheet. And now Ajax could potentially score another goal, even though I don't understand why they're celebrating this one so much, because they're still 2 goals behind. Can we make them stop having hope? Can we destroy their hope? With Liam Smith plays a beautiful pass to Remy, and Remy completely annihilates any single stripe of hope that the Ajax fans had of becoming champions, because Remy has made it 4 and it's a beautiful volley to finish their dreams. It's just great. A beautiful cross and a beautiful first time hit into the bottom corner. And at this point I thought, you know what? Said has grown pretty roughly and he just completely unexpected shoots from a long distance, and it's a beautiful goal to make it a complete annihilation of Ajax. And Amsterdam FC have done it. They've claimed the title of best team in Amsterdam. And this is just, I don't understand how Said got the ball to go around like that. And it's a great goal. And what a way to win our second title by completely destroying our city rivals and winning us the second league in a row. And this time it isn't Lionel Messi lifting the trophy for us. It's going to be his alternate version from Luxembourg, with Liam Smith lifting us our second Eredivisie trophy. And hopefully it won't be the last. Let's keep going into the next season, because we should win the Champions League at some point. And Feyenoord win the Cup and City win the Champions League. So we still haven't won both of them. And quickly, we also sign a few youth academy players to our squad. And Sam Janssen looks like a weapon if we can potentially grow him a bit more. And this is what our team looks like at the start of this season. We're going to be selling a few players, but I don't think a lot of it will change. But we do sell one of our starting players, with Homanchenko leaving us for Hertha Berlin for 22 million euros. And we immediately buy his replacement. Kenneth Taylor is joining us for 35 million pounds from Everton. And another player leaving us is going to be Jose Navarro. I mean, I just couldn't turn down a 34 million transfer bid. And his replacement is going to be Nico Schmidt, joining us from Schalke for 39 million euros. And the final player to join us is going to be Skriniar, only costing us 14 million pounds from Juventus. And these are all the transfers that we made, all the people that we sold or loaned out. And I'll be honest, could have been way worse, because a lot of players from us wanted to go, and we got a lot of offers from a lot of clubs for different players. And this is what the team looks like now. Liam Smith still being captain, and I'll be honest, it kind of looks like our team is actually growing a lot this season. So let's hope that we can once again win the league and do something good in the Champions League. And halfway through the season, we are once again first in the league, but only on goal difference. So we should keep winning games and hopefully win the league again. I wouldn't even mind becoming second place, but let's see how well we've done in the Champions League. And we're second in our group, so that means that we go through to the knockout stages. And if we get to the final, you'll know it. And we actually fall down once again. And we haven't won the league this year. We're second in the league, so we still have Champions League football next season. But I honestly thought it would have been better than this, and that we would have won the league 3 times in a row. But it doesn't appear to be that way, so let's just keep going. And we haven't made it the Champions League final, but we got into the semi-final and we were eventually beaten by Milan. So that's sad, but let's hope that we get to the Champions League final next season. But to get to the Champions League, we do need a few players. So we signed Ivan Fresneda from Bayern München, the new right back, for 65 million euros. And another player joining us is going to be Abdul. I don't even know, I forgot his name. I've read it like 6 times, but I keep forgetting his name. Fotavu Isahaku. Still don't know how to say it, but 65 million euros again. And the reason to why we're spending so much money is because Jamal Said has gone to Southampton for almost 200 million euros. And we also signed Milos Kerkez from Man United for 48 million euros. And with Said leaving, we need a new right winger. So we signed Rodrigo for 111 million pounds from Tottenham. And the final player who's joining us is going to be Lucas Neumann from Hellas Verona for 54 million euros. And these are all the players that we've sold. We sold Skriniar for more euros than that we've actually bought him for, so that's great. And once again, Jamal Said, somehow he's gone to a 94 overall in 1 week. So, I mean, I kind of hate that, but it is what it is. That's FIFA. All of these players are just growing. They've just grown in so many overalls just by leaving our club, which I don't enjoy. But we make Gonçalves captain again. He used to be captain for a little while before I made Liam Smith captain. So now he's back at it again. And once again, halfway through the season, we're first in the league. This time by a lot of points. Like 7 points difference between us and Feyenoord. So that's great. And let's see how well we've done in the Champions League group again. Because, I mean, let's be honest, we should win the league every single year now. And Champions League group, we've also gone straight through, only lost once, so that's great. And well, let's see at the end of the season if we are in the Champions League final this time. And we win the league for a 3rd time this year with 16 points difference between us and Feyenoord, which I just love. But Ajax are falling off. It's weird to see, but Ajax haven't been great since another Amsterdam-based club is joining the league. So we've also won the cup this time, but there's a reason why I haven't played the final of our Dutch Cup. It's because, well, you already guessed it probably, we're in the Champions League final. And it's against Man City. So grab your popcorn because it's going to be a bloodbath. And this is what the team looks like before we start this final. Not a single player over 90 overall, but I still have a lot. I still trust my team. And let's be honest, we fought hard, really hard to be here because it's been 7 or 8 seasons. I don't even know anymore because it's taken so long. And I think we can win it. I think you can actually win it. City still have a lot of great players, but I have a lot of trust in my players, like I said, and I think we can actually win this game. But City are on the attack here. Foden plays to Jankovic. Jankovic doesn't get there. Barella gets past Fresnada, plays it back, and it's a really bad shot from Ousmane Dembele. Jeez, they have a lot of great players, and this hasn't been the greatest shot ever, but yeah, it's still a big chance for City. And not so long after, we get our first chance with Isahaku shooting, and it's a good save by Ederson to keep us from getting the lead in this final. Then corner, nothing really out of that. So Kazonu to Schmidt. Schmidt shoots, and it's another great save from Ederson. I don't know how, but Ederson keeps saving City because we've been shooting a lot of great shots at his goal, and he keeps putting them out of the net. It's just, I don't know how he does it, but he's still doing a great job in goal. Fresnada to Rodrigo, to Gonçalves. Gonçalves sees Rodrigo. Not a great pass, but it's alright. Remy plays it to Schmidt. Schmidt plays it back to Remy. It's a beautiful play and it's a beautiful goal from Amsterdam FC. And it's 1-0 in the final. We're 1 goal ahead against City, and it's a really important one because both teams have been attacking a lot and shooting a lot. And both keepers have been doing a really good job so far. But we are the first team to hit the back of the net. And Remy has proven to be a really good signing for us. Into the second half we go with Rodrigo against Nuno Mendes. Rodrigo cuts inside. Rodrigo, still Rodrigo, goes back outside. Nuno Mendes is completely turned inside out. Plays it through to Remy. Remy gets his second goal of the game, but the goal isn't the thing that everyone's hyped around about. It's going to be that beautiful assist from Rodrigo to put Remy in front of goal and gets him his second goal of the game. And we're 2-0 up against arguably the best team in this career mode so far. They've won the Champions League only once, but they've been in the final quite a lot of times. So we're doing really well. Schmidt. Just after the second goal, Gonçalves plays it through to Remy. Remy plays it through to Isaku. Isaku cuts inside and it's another goal. Just a few seconds after the second one and it's 3-0. I don't know how, but Ederson just turned into something different. He began the game really, really well and now he's just letting almost every shot go into the back of the net. And it's a good finish, to be fair, to Isaku. And we're 3-0 up. That's really good. We're doing really well. Haaland, get past Kasunu. Kerkez should get Haaland. Haaland plays to the Foden. Phil Foden. Good save by Barzanu. And Haaland. Good save, another. And it's a rebound goal. Of course, it had to be Haaland who scored the Man City's first goal. But, it shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have been after you see how many saves Barzanu made. He made 2 saves and then the rebound has been scored. Kramer. Oh, that's a really bad tackle by Kerkez. It's a really bad tackle. I thought I could get there, but Milos Kerkez has been sent off with a red card and we can't have that in this match because, let's be honest, we need the defenders against this ultra team that City have made. They even had Frenkie de Jong sitting on the bench at the start of the match. Frenkie de Jong goes through, plays it to Davies, and it's 2-3. And City could still get an equalizer in the last few minutes. So it's still a thriller in the last few minutes. De Jong with the assist and Davies with the goal. I'm panicking now. I'm shaking. We just need to hold on these last few seconds. Rodrigo does really well to keep the ball in near the corner flag and plays to Gonçalves. Gonçalves goes back again, cuts inside. Could be a goal here. Gonçalves hasn't been a goal. Blow the whistle, ref. It's been over for about a minute and we've won the Champions League with our own club, our own made club, our new Dutch giant as we can actually call them a Dutch giant because we've won the Champions League with them. Amsterdam FC have become the best team in Europe. And I'm going to say goodbye here. I'm going to ask you to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And I'm just going to let you watch the celebrations of our first and final trophy lift.